gonna be like one of those Nick Broomfield documentaries, is it?
What's that?
Nick Broomfield? You know that guy?
No.
He did Kurt and Courtney.
Oh, really?
Tupac and Biggie.
Like a hack. So is it gonna be a hack dog?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
That guy's the fucking worst. He's always in his documentaries, like.
Early, one Saturday morning, after a night spent drinking perhaps one too many beers while discussing travel and filming arrangements, Cricket and I traveled in the bus to a farmer's market where he'd been scheduled to appear as a vendor.
Part of the experience.
Not really used to having passengers. Tomorrow I get decals, so I don't have to fuck with this sort of thing anymore.
For the side?
Yeah. Provided it doesn't rain all day tomorrow.
Yeah, when I woke up, it looked like it might not be cloudy today. But
Every time I have something to do on the outside of this bus, it rains, so. Let's see if I can find Phil.
Roll Haggard, yeah.
Patsy Cline book here is I'm waiting for it, like, for somebody to pick it up, because I give some books away, but I don't have a free shelf. You have to want the book to find out that it's free.
Okay.
So, like, if you look for the price, it says free. It's your lucky day. I don't want a bunch of people just hanging out looking for free shit. Well, if it's Melvin, you caught me off my game. I left my little notepad at the house. It's okay. I gotta go across the street.
Is there a particular notepad you need?
Oh my fucking god.
What?
Oh my gosh. We gotta go back. I'll tell Kathy.
Shit. I would say I would go. I don't have a car. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I'll run it.
No, I won't.
And so, off he went back to his house to secure his forgotten cash drawer, while I remained behind to hold down the proverbial fort. Fortunately, this misadventure turned out to be fortuitous after all, because as I continued to explore the bus in his absence, I stumbled upon what I believe to be the thesis statement of the entire enterprise, in the form of a quote from Christopher Morley. Books, the truest friend of man, fill this rolling caravan. Proprietors may be tired and surly, Wi-Fi may be spotty, weather may be soggy, canvas banners might refuse to adhere, but books will never let us down. Okay, so this is an exciting day because, as you can see, hopefully, the bus has its great paint job, but for the last a couple of months, it's had the paint job, but it's had a just a banner, that we've had to, well, not we, that Cricket's had to take off and put on as, every time he goes for an appearance, and that's a little bit cumbersome, I think. And so today, the bus is going to go and get its permanent decals applied to the side, which is going to be awesome. A, because they're permanent and you won't have to take them off and put them on every time. And B, it'll be a permanent every time you drive by it, no matter where it's sitting. It's little sort of an advertisement, I guess. And then also, it'll be on both sides. Before you only had one banner that was on the side that didn't have the doors, but now it'll be on both sides. So I think that's going to be cool. And so, after months of hard work, careful planning, and thoughtful design, the application of these badass graphics began.
That's a pretty good indication with all that. So if you want to just hold it over here, we'll keep looking at it.
All right, let me ask you another question. This is a little ridiculous, but that logo is so awesome. Like, are you preparing to sell like T-shirts or pins or like satchels or like?
I would like to. I'd like to have some stickers.
Yeah.
Maybe some pins. I know some people with some button makers. Initially, this isn't the full design, but the full design had like a 3-patch motorcycle club kind of design.
I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been warned against
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They don't take kindly even in jest, apparently.
Yeah. So I mean,
I guess should we say why for the camera? I mean, is that something that we should expound upon?
it's just not right. Apparently, so I mean, I was even thinking about getting like just one set of rockers and colors made for myself to put on the back of a jacket.
Right.
And my buddy Will, who's a biker, he's like, nah, don't do that, man. He's like, rockers are a big no-no. So I was like, okay, fair enough.
Bottom of the door, that tends to be like the straight line on all vehicles. So we could cross-check it, but if it doesn't look wrong, then, and we're discerning,
Yeah.
then I'm sure it's good.
Will you tell me, how does the transfer work? Like, how are the letters and the logo gonna, like, is it like glued, or is it like do you put that on there and like is it scored so everything peels off? Like,
I'm gonna show you.
So, they showed me.
So do you have any thoughts about how this has turned out so far?
It's turned out great. I could not be happier. I'm especially and unexpectedly pleased about the guy's little horns here too. And now it looks a lot less like I'm just driving a cinder block up the street.
It was the third day of filming, and although I felt like I had captured some really interesting footage and visuals, I didn't feel like I was capturing enough of Cricket, the man at the center of this project. And so I sat him down and tried to ask him just a series of questions to try to elicit some responses. And the first question that I asked was how he wound up buying the book truck. And I cut off the beginning of the response, but he started off by saying, the bookstore that I worked at, I wanted to buy it.
But it just wasn't gonna work out. So my wife and I were sitting on the porch just to my right, and I was telling her, I was lamenting the fact that I wasn't gonna be able to buy the store, and that it was probably ruin us if I tried. And she mentioned in a very offhanded manner that I should start a food truck, but for books. And I thought, that is insane. Just insane enough so that it might work. And we mulled the idea over for a little while, and I was looking at bookmobiles online and looking at bread trucks and stuff and thinking about converting them. And then one day I just decided to look up bookmobile on Craigslist, and the bus that I now own popped up. So we went for it, and that's that.
All right. Have you ever considered writing a book about this experience?
No, but I considered making a documentary about it. But I didn't do it because I didn't start at the beginning. You know, I thought I should have started at the beginning when we were getting the bus and taking all the old decals off and painting it and all that business. And I didn't do all that, so I was like, it's too late. And then here you come.
Here I come. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm gonna keep going even after this. I mean, this is due on Friday, so I have to edit together 10 minutes of this.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm gonna keep. This is primo stuff. This is amazing. This is awesome. And that's. I mean, I had some questions, but some of them got answered just organically. Together. I mean, is there anything else in particular that's on your mind, on your heart, you feel like you need to say to the camera right now?
Nah, I don't really much like being on camera anyways.
And that really seemed to be true. Cricket is not nearly as surly as he comes off a lot of the time in this thing. And he's a really sweet guy, And it was hard for me to capture things like when he brought this vintage soda can for a guy he knew would want it and might come by the bus that day. Or when he would just reprice books in real time when he realized someone didn't have enough cash. That was hard for me to capture because the camera was there. So that's why I thought I would close with this funny little clip that I recorded after the first day of filming with my phone, sort of without mentioning that I was doing.
Thanks. Yeah. Job is just this project's basically just legitimized hoarding.
Yeah.
Like I get this stuff saying that it's gonna be sold again, but I'm basically just establishing a huge hoard.
It's your own personal library.
Yeah, except for I've taken many of our own books. I'm like, you know what? Fuck these. We don't need them. Let's sell them. It's like I work in a library. Any of these books that I'm gonna read, I'll check out for us. Like.